Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is your Goddess Guru, Tyra Omilade, and I am bringing for you affirmations and astrology for the week of August. We'll say August 22nd to the 31st. We're just going to go to the end of the month. How is everybody doing? So happy to be here in this moment. I have had a very full moon. Wow, this is like one of the biggest full moons I've had in a long time. I've talked about it on some of my posts. Um, my older son has gone back for his senior year in college. My husband and I have celebrated. We celebrated 27 years of marriage on Friday, and on Friday, we started moving my son into college. My younger son into his freshman year of college, and so we're now officially empty nesters. My dad is 80 years old at the recording of this video on August 22nd. Oh my gosh, it's been amazing in so many ways. You know, there's one little downside to it. And so, one of the things I want to talk about this week is how gentle this week really is. Wow. Like, in my inner circle, when I do the weekly reading, I told them this week is the best week that I've seen in a very long time. It's a very gentle week. It has a lot of blessed energy in it. There's one astrological meeting of planets. We call this an aspect. That's a little bit of a challenge, but it's very doable. But yeah, y'all, this week is pretty gentle. But the caveat that I'm going to have to just start giving is just like when I would do this in 2020, whenever we had a week like this, and that is, it's 2021. And I know I've said it on, my videos, here on my public platforms. I've said 2021 is not going to be an easy year. This is not an easy year, okay? Because it's really a transition from what we were doing, from what all the endings that happened in 2020. We're transitioning. Transition is never easy. When you talk to a woman who has experienced transition in labor, most women will say when they went through that transition, they felt crazy. And the transition is from when the door is opening for the baby to come out to it's time to push. So you have the door opening contractions, which are the ones that are the most painful. And then you have the contractions where the mom is pushing the baby out. And those contractions are that you feel like you're being relieved, right? But the time in between, which is the shortest part of labor, is called transition. And I remember both times when I went through transition, I just felt like what we call it, I'm a childbirth educator too. We call it, it's time to surrender, because it's just very chaotic. And because it's like the last little bit to open the door, the womb or the cervix is the door. And then, getting it all switched over to doing something totally different. So it's just like all this frenetic, chaotic energy. And so, the first time my transition was a little bit longer. Like typically transition is not going to last more than like 45 minutes to an hour. That's typical. But so the first one was pretty long, and I just remember just being like, I don't even know what to think right now. It's just like, I just, whatever. And then the second time transition lasted I don't even know if it lasted more than 5 minutes. It was so fast. And like the first time I didn't scream. The second time I did scream. Right. And I was like in so much pain, and it was just like a tornado. It was just like a tornado. And so I feel like this is this is a bridge year. This is a bridge year for a lot of us. And so when you're moving from the old to something new, it's not going to be easy. And so, I just send so much light and love out to everybody, because the other piece of the biggie that happened for me is my friend's mom passed. from COVID. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? And then my husband's a pastor for church. One of his church members' moms died yesterday, I think it was. So like this has been, it's a 2021 full moon. I had all this goodness happening, and then I'm like, oh my gosh. But they were older and struggling with COVID, both of them. So, at least that has been relieved. Bless them. But I just want to send a shout out to Miss Alberta. Miss Alberta is my friend's mom. And, for people like me, whose moms died, when I was in my 20s, we just sort of latch on to other people's moms at times. I'm 51. It doesn't matter. You still feel like, at my age still, you want an older woman mentor or someone to look up to. And that was Miss Alberta for me. She was, we'll just say she was all that. She was definitely a Leo queen because her birthday is in Leo. And me and my friend, we were just like, Miss Alberta, she teaches us how to survive and to be unapologetic, how we show up in the world like a true queen. So I just want to just send a shout out to Miss Alberta and then think about my friends. Okay. But I hope that you all had a good full moon. I would love to hear from you all. I am recording this video because this weekend has been so much on my soul that I was just like, I can't go live yet, but I'll be going live soon. But I did want to make this weekly video because this is very, very important to me. So I would love to hear, how was your full moon? The Aquariuses, y'all really showing up. I did a full moon ceremony inside of a business group that I'm a part of, and it was like several Aquariuses, in some form. I said, see, that's when it's your turn, because you're showing up at your moon. You may not know anything about astrology, but you just like, I'm just feeling this. I'm just feeling this. Yeah, because you're an Aquarius, okay? Leos, the Tauruses and the Scorpios. Oh my God. Oh my God. So yeah, sun, moon, or ascendant, doesn't matter. So yeah, let me know that. Also, let me tell you a little bit about the astrology. First and foremost, now look, let's talk some good news, y'all. Oh my God. I needed some good news today. First and foremost, happy Virgo season to all the beautiful, the slim and sexy Virgos out there. Oh my goodness, it is your season. Virgo, one of the most humble signs you can meet. And look, y'all not going to be talking about my Virgos, okay? Because I know Virgos, they walk around and they got a little bit of a straightness in their spine because they're checking everything out to see is it okay and let you know what's not okay, because they want us all to be on point. So y'all cut my Virgos some slack. Let them brag. Let them boast. Come on, Virgos. I'm going to need to hear all of y'all in the comment section. Okay? I need to hear from y'all. It's your season. I need you to get up and, up and party and party. There's a Virgo I've been talking to quite a bit. Eileen, come on, Eileen. Let's do our Zumba. All right, y'all. So happy Virgo season. That's what we have going on today. And so, yeah, this week we have 3 interactions between planets that are what are called the Trine. The Trine is like ease and flow, blessings on top of blessings. I'm not sure that this will be the most gentle week in the sense that we'll just feel like we just want to kick back. But I think whatever it is that we need to get done this week, we'll feel like, yeah, I'm getting it done and I feel okay with it. It's not like I feel so burdened. And I wonder also, are some of us going to see like some blessing, manifest? We're still, the full moon energy lasts for about 2 weeks. So, some of us may be seeing something manifest from this full moon, even though it might be past the full moon day. So that might be something that we experience. The other thing that I had talked about in the full moon video, I don't know if y'all saw that video that I put out the other day for everybody. Typically, that's a video that I put out in my inner circle, but I was just like, this moon is too important to not put all of this out. Let me see my notes. Yeah, I think that for a lot of us over the next 2 to 3 days, so maybe into like Tuesday, even Wednesday, we may get some ideas for making money or solving a problem, as well as ideas for becoming more disciplined, more healthy. And that's just because of there's Uranus trine Mars in, well, Uranus is in Taurus, which is an earth sign, and Mars is in um, Virgo, which is an earth sign. So we have two earthy energies that are, interacting. And Taurus is about money, Virgo is about money, but like maybe you're going to learn how to figure out how to make some money because you're going to solve a problem. That's one of the things I talked about with this full moon. It's a moon of innovation. And so maybe some ideas will come to light for you regarding innovation. And of course, Mars and Uranus, they both have to do with technology and innovation, creativity. Both of them do. So I think that this is a moon where the first part of this week, there's some blessings that will come to us through being innovative and creative, but it will be very active. I do encourage you to write down any ideas that come to you, get your pen and your paper out, even for the next 2 weeks. And then Venus trine Saturn, that one right there, that's very business-like. So, that's one where it's like, I'm happy with working hard. And again, yeah, we have to be cautious to not do the hard work and hustle thing. But yeah, that one is about you just feel good working hard. It's emotional stability also. And, it's like getting real, but in a way where you just like, yeah. But, anytime Venus and Saturn are working together, again, that's where you can be very productive in making money in some kind of way. Okay. Those are two planets that we relate to business. I just had this thought come to me. Venus is going to go retrograde in Capricorn in December. So I would encourage you to see what comes to you in the next few days about making money, emotions, productivity, and let's see here, success. How can you move yourself? Maybe using the law of attraction more into a successful place. Do any ideas come to you? Or maybe just straight up opportunity shows up. See, this is the thing about a trine that I really want y'all to know. I have this teacher that really says, hey, trines are not always the best sign or the best aspect, which is the planets meeting, because people get a little bit like lax. So I just encourage you to, if an opportunity presents itself this week, please avail yourself to the opportunities. Okay. We always talking about the problems. And I'm just saying this based on some things I've been learning. We can look at it as a problem, a challenge, or an opportunity. Sometimes it's just a straight up opportunity and we're acting scared. But see, that's not us this week, right? No. And we got to be deserving. And wherever Venus is, it's like, you deserve this, girl. You are valuable. You're valuable. You're worthy of this success, right? So yeah, I think this is also a good time for female entrepreneurs because Venus has to do with women. So, if you are feeling like I'm not sure about my business, I'm struggling, to feel successful or to know where to go, or being in business for yourself, or maybe even being like in leadership within a corporation or an organization, man, it takes a lot. And so this is a time where I think people who are in those kinds of positions, definitely can get quite a bit done. So today is the 15th, excuse me, the 22nd. So I think you'll feel this like Sunday through easily Tuesday, easily. Um, Now the one thing that I can tell y'all, tell me if you have experienced this. Anytime we have planets in what are called the mutable signs, this is going to be Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces. Anytime we have multiple planets in these signs, it's like something weird is happening. Okay. But especially weird things can happen when right now, when there are planets in Virgo and Pisces. And I'm going to tell you why. Well, even Gemini and Sag, now that I think about it, it's because Neptune is in Pisces. First of all, Pisces and Neptune, these have to do with like illusions, scams. This is like the negative energy because Neptune brings a fog. And so it's like something may not be what it seems. So whenever there's planets in Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, we can see a lot of weird shenanigans, people trying to get over on us. And the other thing that I was going to say is there would be like weird requests. I remember one time when there was a lot of mutable energy. I was working with this fitness instructor, and she was telling me how somebody called her and started talking to her about her checking account. And whatever they did, they lulled her into giving her checking account information, and they took money straight up out of her account. So it's weird stuff. Maybe we lose things. So I always say check and double check. See, this is something that must happen this week. Easily starting Tuesday through, I'm going to say like Friday, Tuesday through Friday. But we've already had planets in Virgo. Okay. It's Mercury opposition Neptune. Mercury is the mind. So, we might not be able to remember stuff that well this week. And it's some weird communication, lots of gossip could be on the horizon. And something that I've noticed, because it's already planets there or that have been there, is a lot of people's accounts are getting hacked, and I'm getting weird messages in my inbox on social media. Just weird, you can just tell it's scammy type stuff. Like, are you in this video? And it's like, no, I ain't in that video. So yeah, I just encourage you to be cautious with that. Now, the other thing is though, we can be using this energy to like really, I would say do some hypnosis, go do a deep dive into your subconscious. And it could be a time where you're having some spiritual thoughts, and maybe some creative ideas that come to you. Highly creative ideas can come your way, especially like if you are in social media or like, you make videos or something like that. But that is one that I do encourage you to be a little bit cautious with. And then there's another one that's a trine between Mercury and Pluto. So anytime there's a trine between the earth signs, again, it's talking about money, resources, earthly and material success or matters. Okay. So I do think that that's one where we can like do a lot of problem solving of something where it's small. You really have to take your time, but whatever change you make, it will be transformational for success. Okay. So yeah. Oh, okay. I don't all the time know exactly what I'm going to say about the affirmations. I just pulled them. And so with this affirmation, I am ready. That one goes with the beginning of this week. It has just like such good energy for getting things done and being ready to take some action. So this week should be gentle in the sense that, these planets will make things, it'll ease the way, right? But yeah, I am ready. I do think it'll be pretty action packed. I can handle anything life throws at me. And the other thing that I would put on this would be, we have to remember that this flesh is not all that, it's not the only resource that we have. We are infinite beings, and we have access to, resources that are not visible. And so I am ready. I can handle anything life throws at me. I do encourage you to remember that you are supported. Now you have to choose, I can't tell you who you're supported by. I'll tell you who I say we're supported by, but you know who you look to. Your ancestors, the angels. Some of y'all look to the angels. Some of y'all look to the Orisha, the Neter. You're supported by universal law. Understanding the laws of the universe and applying the laws of the universe. That's some support right there. Okay. Um, and all of it is set up to help you to remember that you have all that you need on the inside. It's just like the little acorn that grows into an oak tree. We are no different. And so oftentimes, if something gets thrown our way, which it could be because Uranus is just like really active these days, it helps you to tap into the power within. Okay. So see this from a position of opportunity, and uh, it's a path to help you maybe access inner resources that you don't typically use. Maybe you haven't even accessed them yet. Okay. So I am ready. Let's affirm that. How does that feel in your body? I am ready. I am ready. And so when you hear that, I'm not sure if I'm ready, or no, that's not true, then maybe you can say, I'm open to being ready. I am open to being ready. I am open to handling anything that life throws at me. I'll just do my best. Something else that you could even say is like, I don't even have to be perfect. As long as I'm willing, I'm willing to be ready. I'm willing. I'm willing to be ready. And if I need help, I'll ask for help. Like, we can, however we need to get this done, right? Because I can tell you, like I said, 2021, it's been a little bit rough. Okay, I am centered. I focus on my breath and stabilize my emotions. So again, typically I get on here and I channel. I hadn't even made the connection. Stabilize my emotions. So that meeting between Venus and Saturn is about emotional stability, right? And one of the reasons I think it's important for us to stabilize our emotions is because emotions, these are some parts of ourselves that we really and truly need to be aware of, and honor. There are times when, yes, we need to make sure that whatever the emotion is, that we let ourselves feel it to the fullest extent. But at the same time, we need to understand that we want to choose our emotions as much as we can. Honor the emotions always, because this is part of the human experience. But also, we want to make sure, like sometimes when I do releasing work, and this is a time for us now, y'all, to start jumping into releasing work, because we're moving into, the waning moon phase, which is about releasing and letting go. And so, yeah, there are times when I cry to the point where it feels like the emotions came out through my skin. My skin feels sensitive. And so then that's when I'm going to start working on my meridians, tapping and bringing my breath, using my breath. Inhale and exhale. Because these emotions, this is chemical, and we definitely want to make sure we don't have emotions getting stuck. And oftentimes, the more we choose our emotional state and choose stability, then it brings clarity of mind, right? It helps us to be ready. it helps us to be able to see what is the next step I want to take, right? So I am centered. I focus on my breath and I stabilize my emotions. And I just will say to you all, because I love y'all very, very much. And, the more I study, the more I'm like, okay, it's not hard. A lot of this is not hard. We just making choices not to do it. Okay. And I'm guilty of it. So this is how I know it's true. Breathwork is basically freaking free. We live in a society where you can find it on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Folks got straight up classes. Some of them are free. You can pay for them, whatever. Access to breathwork. Most of the time, breathwork is free, baby. They not charging us for air yet. Okay? I'm sure they're going to try. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold it out for 4. Or you can do it for 5. You can do the alternate nostril breathing. It's not hard. People, and I'm telling you, I'm saying all this because I am guilty too. I'm just doing better as the years go by, because I'm like, you know what? I didn't try everything else, and I've avoided doing breath work for years. Let's try some breath work. Oh, it works. Okay, cool. It's not hard. It's not hard. We need to do this breath work. You need to test it. That's what I'll say. Try it out. Just give it a good old college try. And this is a great week to do that. Do some deep breath work, some slow, deep breaths. Do your fire breathing. That would be good at the start of the week. If you need to get ready, do some fire breathing, or close off your left nostril and inhale and exhale through your right nostril. The right nostril, or breathing through the right side of your nose, charges you up, energizes you. But yeah, my favorite breath might be the alternate nostril breathing. I love that one. Just because it brings so much balance. So you pick what you're going to do. And I think it would be good if we all just sort of programmed it into us. Like when I start feeling myself feeling anxious, I'm just going to take 4 deep breaths, slow deep breaths, 1 in and out. I know this is not live, but let's just do 2 more together. Let's take a deep breath in, inhale, and a slow deep breath out. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, and a slow deep breath out. See, it's nice. Brings us present in the moment, helps us to be able to actually see in this now moment, because it's when we're living in the future and reliving the past that oftentimes we're missing the solution that's right before us. Okay? So, yes, that's what I have for you all for affirmations and astrology. I hope that this has been helpful. This is Tirra Omilade. I'm going to put a link in the description box because I haven't put it on my website yet, but I'm going to put a link in the description box so that you can get the latest class that I guess I could say recreated, which is the keys to self-mastery. 4 keys to self-mastery. So be sure to go ahead and take that class. There's a workbook that goes with it. This is what was taught to me by my godfather. And so, yeah, I want to share it with you all because these 4 keys are foundational. They are foundational to our spiritual growth, development, success in life in general. Thank you all so much for being here today. And yeah, drop some comments. I love hearing from you all. And I will see y'all somewhere in the next video. All right. Peace and love.